What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Steve's Random Stuff. It is once again time to tie one on. It is a monthly video I do to go over all the baits I got rigged up and tied on for this upcoming tournament with the Redwood Empire Bass Club. This month's tournament is at Clearlake, and it is a night tournament. We start at 6 p.m. Up in Lakeport, and then it's a 2-day tournament, so we go from 6 p.m. to midnight for day one, weigh in, and then we go from 1 o'clock or 1:30 to 7:30 in the morning. So we get the night bite, we get all the darkness throughout the night, and then we get the morning bite as well. So it's a long night, but it's a lot of fun. It goes by really quick. Those 6 hours with a break in the middle goes by pretty quick. Anyways, so tonight as I'm tying one on, I am drinking. This is the Crash. You see that from Parliament Brewing Company here in Rohnert Park, California. Drink fresh beer. So this is a 7.1% ABV West Coast or a hazy IPA. The Crash. Very good. I gave this thing a 5 out of 5 on the Untapped app. So excellent hazy IPA. Very smooth, silky, very drinkable. If you're in the area, check them out. Not sponsored, but they got some great beers over there at Parliament, so check them out. So anyways, let's go into some of the baits. So the challenge with this tournament is, like I say, we're fishing 3 hours of daylight, and then we got 3 hours of darkness for the first half, and then we got the night, and then which is about 4 hours of darkness, and then the morning bite. So you have to kind of plan accordingly with the day baits and night baits and so on. So we'll kind of go through some of that. For you co-anglers that are watching, my recommendation is to keep it simple. 6 rods or so is probably the max I would go for a night, but you want to kind of plan your baits. Say like a Texas rig, you can throw a green pumpkin or watermelon red or something during the daytime, and then just switch that bait to a darker black and blue, black and red, June bug or something at nighttime. Spinner baits, again, white during the day, black at night. You can even throw white at night too. So kind of plan ahead of how you want to transition your baits throughout the evening and then back into the morning. And again, if you're a co-angler and you have like 6 rods or something, even 7 rods, along the seat, and you got something with treble hooks, get these lure wraps. This is from Woo Tungsten. You can get them pretty much anywhere. Cover those treble hooks, because at nighttime you don't want to be messing with those, getting hooks stuck in other baits and just getting tangled up. So use your lure wraps for your treble hook baits. So anyways, let me go through some of these baits. I'll just start out with my spinning rods. I got a couple tied on. I do have a couple other rods in the rod locker, which I won't go over. I got my my Vixen topwater bait, which I showed you last month. Caught me a bunch of fish at Lake Sonoma, so I'm sticking with the Vixen. And I got an Ed rig, I think, tied on there as well, and a crankbait or another rod. Those are just kind of backup rods, but first rod here is my shaky head rod. I got a Woo Tungsten 1/4 ounce shaky head, and throwing this with the Biospawn plasma tail and the red crawler worm. Got a lot of action. Anything just kind of bounces around. It's about a 7-inch worm. I've done really well during the summertime with this red crawler worm. So let's get this one out of the way. As an alternate to that one, I really like these the Biospawn Exo sticks. You can rig them pointy side down, which gives that tail a lot of thump, or you can do the flat side down, and it kind of gives a little different action. Either way works, but it's got the kind of a skinny tail here. These Exo sticks are a really good bait on the shaky head. Check them out. All right, the other one is just a drop shot, just a basic, MM3 or Margarita Mutilator, which is different from the MM3, of course, but the Margarita Mutilator, purple and brown, kind of peanut butter and jelly color. Kind of a staple up there at Clearlake. And guys have been, from what I understand, been catching fish on the drop shot. So again, something I can throw early in the day, early in the tournament, while it's still daylight, maybe fishing some of those deeper areas. Um, Going on here, I got a frog tied on, just in case we come across some areas that, there's some weeds, and just your basic frog, nothing special there. Something I'll probably keep in the rod locker, unless that time comes up. The frog bite really hasn't, from my understanding, really hasn't been there. We tried last week for a while in some areas and didn't get any blowups at all on the frog. Then I got a 4.8 kite, or 4.3 Kitech in the alewife color. You can see that there with the Mr. B. This is the Mr. B underspin and the silver nickel blade. And my friend Joel caught some fish around midday on an underspin along some rocky areas. And so I got that tied on. Again, I can always try out different sizes. I can get big, go bigger, or go smaller. I can even try got some trash fish as well as alternate baits. Got this with a beast hook on there. So good old trash fish. Those have been working up there. Just moving down the line of baits. The S-Waver. This has been working up there as well. The glide baits. I don't have any of the big fancy glide baits. I just kind of keep it simple. I got the S-Waver. Again, Joel caught fish on the glide bait last weekend. A little different color than this, but it's kind of a hitch color. As a backup, if that's not working and I want to go big, I have some of these 6.8 inch Kitechs, again with like a 5/0 or 6/0 beast hook on there. This is ready to go in a hitch color. I can quickly change that and throw that around the edge of the grasses. Again, bouncing over next to this is a chatterbait, green pumpkin. It's got that gold flash, the green pumpkin blade. And a couple weeks ago, we were up there, my son and I, and he caught fish on a chatterbait. And I got that paired up. The trailer I have on there is the KVD Perfect Plastics. This is the blade minnow in the KVD Magic color. You can kind of see that color right here. It kind of matches good with that green pumpkin, a little chartreuse, kind of a bluegill color. So again, something I can throw on that. Now with that rod, I have this spooled up with some fluorescent line. This is the P-Line CX clear fluorescent line. This is a fluorocarbon coated line, 15-pound test. This is the only fluorescent line that I had. Couldn't find anything local. I didn't have time to purchase anything online, so I went with the 15-pound P-Line fluorocarbon and or CX Premium. And I have black lights on my boat, so it's going to be a night with no moon. So it's going to be pretty dark out there, so the black light should glow really well, and you'll be able to see the line really good with that. Now, as the night goes on and I want to change that up, I'll probably switch over to either a spinnerbait. This is a black spinnerbait, and this is made by Picasso, and I like this one because of the fluted blade. You can see how that's fluted on there. Maybe you can see that. I've had really good success with this spinnerbait. Just, I don't know if it's just the blade or what, but I'll pair that up with either this is a Yamamoto, just a single tail grub, or a little Kitech Fat Impact. This is a smaller one, like a 3-inch. So I'll just put one of those two on the back of the spinnerbait. And another option, again, for nighttime, I got some Mr. B buzz baits. These are the Mr. B double buzz baits. These are counter-rotating blades, if you're not familiar with these, where they spin inward and creates a different bubble trail. I got the black and blue and black and red and orange. Again, something I can switch up to from on that rod and throw a variety of baits. I usually use that for spinner baits, that rod. This is a Dobbin 743 Champion HP. have that paired up with the Daiwa Tatula reel on here. This is an older model, but this is a really great rod for spinner baits and chatterbaits and so on. Just really good action on that. So it's kind of going through some of the progressions as the night wears on, going from the chatterbait to spinnerbait or buzzbait and so on. Jump over here to my Texas rig. Again, for co-anglers, the Texas rig is a great way to go. This is the Sansua by Gary Yamamoto Baits. Still have a bunch of these. I have some of these in black and blue and some darker colors. At nighttime, a good option. Just bring this over. Good option is just to go with some brush hogs. You know, we got some black and red. That's not black and red. Black and red. Black and emerald. Black and blue. Black and emerald. And also June bug. Good color for the nighttime. And I also have some June bug reds. So a good variety of color options there. Again, also have this red bug, you know, a good daytime color. And then I also have these other baits. Man Bear Pig, black and red. So just some options for the nighttime. You know, again, going from, you know, daytime baits, you can throw daytime green pumpkins, watermelon red. As the nighttime progresses, switch to those darker colors. And also you have to play with black and red and black and blue. You know, those are kind of two staples, but sometimes they're going to be hitting the black and red, and sometimes they don't want this, they want the black and blue. So mix it up, make sure you have both. And you know, if you're not getting bit on one, switch to the other color and try that. And generally at nighttime, I've had really good success with the brush hogs. But you got to kind of play with the colors. If you're throwing a brush hog and getting bit, and at some point they just stop biting, try downsizing to maybe a baby brush hog, or even like a flapping hog by Yamamoto or a creature bait by Yamamoto. Just a little different profile, different bait, and that seems to work at times as well. Just by downsizing that bait. Oh, excuse me. Cheers. Just by downsizing the bait, you can get some more bites. We'll kind of move over here at Dark Sleeper. I've had really good success in the summertime during July, August, out there on Clearlake, fishing some of the rock areas. Just work this thing like a jig, drag it on the bottom. This is the 1 ounce size, but 3/4 ounce works really well. And I have this paired up on my Dobbin 735. This is the micro guides, and so I have straight the P-line CX fluorescent line on here. And so this is, you know, haven't got bit on this in the last two times out the last couple of weeks, but like I said, I've caught 5 and 6 pounders on this in July fishing, so I got to stick with it, and hopefully those fish will be biting the Dark Sleeper. Couple more baits here. Just a good old Mr. B jig. This is just a sprayed grass color, and I got a June bug flapping hog on there. I've done really well again in the summertime during the day with this color. Sometimes they don't want the lighter color. You may have to go to like a darker, more of a green pumpkin color. But with that June bug trailer, seems to work really well. And this is my Dobbin's HP 795 flip rod, and I have a Abu Garcia old Revo on here. I have a braid, but I go braid to leader, and again with the same 15-pound test fluorescent line, so I can throw that at night as well and throw that jig. Again, as the night progresses, I can switch jigs. I can go to black and blue, black and red, something maybe a little darker. Again, it's just kind of sticking with the same technique, but just changing up the colors. And then last one here, is a jerkbait. If you saw my last video, I was out there last week with Joel, and I got onto a jerkbait bite in the morning. This is the Megabass 110 plus 1 Junior. I was throwing this on the edge of the grasses, 6 to 8 feet deep, and those fish are just smoking this bait. So I got to stick with this one. This is the blue back. You can see that. I got that tied on with just some straight 12-pound fluorocarbon, and yeah, those fish just really been hammering the jerk baits later. I have some other Division 110 standard sizes as well, so I'm really looking forward to hitting an area first thing in the morning before weigh-in with the jerk bait that I had success on last week. So and I'll probably throw this as well kind of in the evening around some certain areas. So the jerkbait bite's been pretty good. I've seen the other guys posting. I know Zach from Live Fast Movement has been catching a lot of fish on jerkbait. So hopefully that bite continues. There's been a lot of hitch in the water. The bassmen chewing on the hitch. And last 2 weeks we've been up there, we've just seen big, huge schools of those fish just cruising around and popping on the surface and so on. So that's kind of the riggings I got. You know, like I said, as the night progresses, these treble bait rigs will go into the rod locker and put them away. I only want to keep maybe 3 rods out, maybe 4 rods at the most, like 3 on the deck and 1 in my hand, just because I don't want to be tripping on a bunch of stuff. So I just try to keep it simple. So at nighttime, you know, I'll have a spinner bait, and then the Texas rig and a jig and the dark sleeper, and that's probably about it. Everything else will go away throughout the night, and get out there and get them. I think the bites are pretty good, so looking forward to getting out there. It'll be a long night, but well worth it. It's going to be a hot day. It's supposed to be well over 100 degrees, 108, 110. So those first 3 hours around the water is going to be baking, and it'll probably be t-shirts and shorts most of the night. Not sure, the overnight low is probably in the high 60s, maybe in 70 degrees at night, so it could just be a shorts and t-shirt all night. Big thing is just to stay hydrated. You know, even in the middle of the night, there's no sun, but it's with the warm nights, it's just stay hydrated all night, and just get out there and get them. So thanks for watching. Wish me luck. It's going to be a fun night fishing with Jerry. You've seen him on the channel before, Barry Jerry, and we're going to get out there and get them, and hopefully try and win this thing. I finished second in the last 2 years to my son, so I got to beat him this year. It's my turn. And anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and we'll catch you this weekend, and I'll let you know how we do. Thanks for watching.